them. Okay, now we got another handsome man here.
I pay her to say it. It gets expensive.
Oh, really?
That's good. I'll take it.
Thank you.
You got it. Hi, everybody. My name is Dan Williams. I'm a college professor, a computer programmer, and a concerned citizen. When Cyn asked me to give a speech here today about the budget bill working its way through our Senate, the first thing I did was download it and try to read all 1,000 plus pages of it. I know, and I'll be honest, try is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. So it's almost impossible to read, and that's the point. They don't want you to read it, that's the trick. Bury the worst parts under layers of legal jargon, loopholes, and legislative word salad, and hope nobody notices until it's too late. Well, I noticed, and here is how. I use the same tech that I teach in class, which is AI, to break it down and cross-reference it to existing laws and regulations. And what I found was shocking. Once you strip away all the fluff, contradictions, and distractions in it, you're left with about 41 pages of actual impact, and none of it is good. When I first heard the name of the bill, I thought maybe, just maybe, that they were finally going to invest in education, tackle climate change, or even healthcare reform. But instead, we got tanning beds and gun silencers. I would agree. And we're going to talk about it because Section 20214 of the bill removes silencers from the National Firearms Act. That means no background checks, no registration for them, no taxes. I know. Because apparently what we really need in this country is not fewer shootings, just quieter ones. Boo indeed. Meanwhile, they're cutting support for students. I work with college students every day. Brilliant, driven young people who are barely hanging on. Some are working full-time jobs. Some are supporting families. All of them will end up with student debt just to access something that should be a right, a good education. This budget bill does not help them. It in fact hurt them. Section 30033 tightens Pell Grants eligibility, making it harder for part-time students to qualify. That's right. If you go to work and go to school, this bill says you're too busy to deserve help. They are increasing financial burdens on every student, at the same time trying to control what students can even teach. And a quick shout out to Harvard for all their work on resisting everything that the government is throwing at them. And instead of fixing our student debt, they're introducing MAGA accounts. Oh wait, now they're called Trump accounts because of course they are. Now, these are government investment accounts for newborns, which honestly is a great idea and helps new families. The thing they don't want you to know is that this legislation was brought in 2019 by Democratic Senator Cory Booker, called the baby bonds. Yeah. And don't even think about protecting your community from emerging tech. Very deep in this bill is a 10-year ban on local AI regulation, or A1, as our Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, likes to think it's called. I think it is steak sauce. Actually, did you see their tweet? Because A1 Steak Sauce retweeted that and said they should be in all schools. All right. So, cities and states won't be allowed to make their own rules about facial recognition, data surveillance, and automated hiring systems. So while I'm teaching students how to code responsibly, Congress is telling local governments, hands off the robots. And I wonder what billionaire asked Trump to sneak that into his bill. Right? And you know things are bad when I actually agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene about anything. But don't worry, at least your tanning sessions will be tax-free. Yeah! All right, because this bill repeals the federal tanning tax. Because in these uncertain times, when rent is rising, when wages are stagnant, and student loans are crushing an entire generation, what we really need is a more affordable sunburn. Right? And let's talk about the environment real quick, because this bill is a fossil fuel fantasy. It guts renewable energy programs, weakens clean air standards, slaps new fees on clean energy, and opens public land for drilling. It's like they saw the climate crisis and said, let's make smog great again. This bill is not beautiful. It's Frankenstein's monster of corporate giveaways, cruelty, and clown logic. But here's the good thing. They're counting on us to give up, to get tired, to stay quiet. But we're here today to say no, not in our America. Yep. We're going to keep showing up at these protests that you know Donald Trump hates. We're going to continue calling our senators, even the ones who pretend not to listen. And I'm looking at you, Rick Scott and Ashley Moody. Yep. And after this rally, we're going to go march peacefully with our signs, letting everyone know that we're not going to stand for this. There are no kings in America, and there never will be. We're going to stand up for students, for workers, for teachers, for parents, for our planet, and for each other. Because we know what a beautiful future looks like. It's educated, it's equitable, it's clean, and it's loud as hell. Let's go make some noise and be seen. But first, Cyn's gonna have a couple words, but thank you guys, I appreciate it. And